Welcome back to Key Talk Media. This your host, Key Talk. Check it out, man. Alright. I'm gonna give a shout out to Notification Gang, Key Talk Gang, give it all the reader the same thing for rocking with me every single video. If you listen to my voice right now, go ahead and like the video and hit the notification so you get a notification every single time I drop a video. So a rapper that goes by the name of Slatt. Now you may not have heard of this rapper. He is verified online, but this rapper pretty much invited a blogger named MiKO WorldWide, who's been having a whole lot of accusations saying that he's pretty much going hood to hood. You know, I'm talking about recording hood stuff that's going on and then allegedly reporting it to the police to try to get people locked up. Now you know. Well, it turns out, I'm talking about that Slatt and his crew pretty much invited Buddy down to their hood, and whenever Buddy came down to their hood, they saying that they lured Buddy into a room. I'm talking about, I guess he thought he was about to do an interview with them or something like that. Now, rumors had circulated that this guy named MiKO WorldWide had been engaging in some type of acts that was not moral with a 17-year-old boy. I'm talking about, and this is why they say that they did what they did. Anyways, pretty much it says they lured him into a room, they held him at gunpoint, I'm talking about, slapped him across the head with some type of metal plate, I'm talking about, took his chain, took his blick, because I'm talking about the MiKO WorldWide guy did come scrapped just in case anything went down, but I'm talking about too much went down and Buddy was not able to defend himself at all. So they pretty much, I'm talking about, robbed Buddy, took his chain, took his blick. But the one thing that they also did, it was probably the most, not probably the most, was the absolute most self-snitching thing that you can ever do, especially when you're doing it to somebody that's not a real street. I'm talking about somebody that don't go by the rules of keeping in the streets, leaving in the streets. I think a lot of street guys got to understand that not everybody goes by street rules of keeping in the streets and don't tell. You know what I'm talking about? But anyways, they took to Instagram and made a video showing all, I'm talking about, incriminating themselves, showing everything that they robbed Buddy of. And they also said the reason they robbed him, which, like I say, maybe based off the reason, I'm talking about, he deserved to have a lot of stuff done to him. But also, I'm talking about, when you do stuff like this, it's better sometimes to just keep it in the streets, especially if you're doing it to a civilian that's not a street person, because as you can see, they will go to the police. Anyways.
We had bro down here yesterday. We took his chain, took Blick, we took his YouTube plat, all that shit. But like, it's the principle though. It ain't even about him being gay wings. It's just like, bro, touching on kids. That the little boy. Sick. And you know that was 17. Yeah, he knew it. Like, he telling her, like, bro, like, why you did? Didn't have no good excuse on why he did that. We took all of it though. We got the video footage. Y'all just want that shit. Come with that bag on.
Now you know. It's a saying that goes, even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. Now the reason I'm saying that is this. Now these guys might not be the brightest. I'm talking about, they may have just robbed a guy at gunpoint. I'm talking about, showed all the guys, I'm talking about, jewelry and gun and whatever else they took from Buddy, and may have just admitted that they actually did it. But also what they did, they said that they recorded it all. And when they say they recorded it all, before that they said, yeah, we asked them, I'm talking about, why you did that to that person. I'm talking about, that was only 17. Talking about, and he said that the guy couldn't give no excuse why he actually committed that crime against that 17-year-old boy. I'm talking about, so if they actually recorded that part, I'm talking about, not only will, but they are street, so I don't know if they would even want to turn that video into the 12 to show the 12, hey man, he said that he did this, that's why we did that. I'm talking about. So this is a situation where we'll just have to see, I'm talking about, yes, they're going to get in trouble for this robbery that they did, but also the MiKO WorldWide guy, if he literally admitted to doing that on camera, and the rules where he did it at doesn't allow that with a 17-year-old boy, and of course he's a boy as well, he will find himself inside of some trouble as well. So this could have been a situation where MiKO WorldWide, when it actually snitched on them, to the point where it's actually eventually going to get himself in trouble as well, because he's possibly on camera admitting that, just like they admitted on camera what they did, they possibly got him admitting what he did on camera as well. But also on top of that, they've got the footage of them actually robbing Buddy as well at the same time. So they were probably robbing him and asking him the questions at the same time, which, like I say, maybe he's got a defense for that. But the whole bottom line is this: a broken clock is right 2 times a day. And these guys, talking about, not very bright, snitched on themselves, but also may have got another perpetrator. But the thing about it is this, like I said earlier, they are street niggas, so I don't know if they're going to even do any of giving that to the 12, because that may be considered snitching in their world. Talking about, Anyways.
We got that out of it, y'all. No, John, but send that bag, y'all. I want that footage, man.
Now, of course they may have done what they did for a good cause, but if you are a street, man, when you do a crime, I'm talking about, especially a crime where you done took somebody's stuff, robbery, and you're doing it to somebody that's not a street person that you know won't go to the 12 and snitch, because if he never went to 12, it don't matter about the video. They could put a video up and they won't get in trouble because nobody's going to make a report about it, right? But if you do something to somebody that's a civilian, that's not really about that life, not like that life, don't come to the internet and just admit to everything you done did, you know what I'm talking about? And then don't say that you got a video of it all. You know what I'm saying? That's just the worst case of like, we're literally watching self-snitching. You got to think about it. Imagine the 12 or even the jury or what y'all gonna have to face, or the judge looking at a video like, oh, well, hey, open and closed case. They've already told us everything that they actually took from Buddy, you know what I'm talking about? So boom, you know what I'm talking about? You gotta be smarter than this, you know what I'm talking about? Everybody don't live by street rules. You gotta stop thinking. There is a small portion of every black community. There's a small portion of people that live by the street rules that's actually in the streets. The whole majority of black people not in the streets. So the whole majority of black people, and I believe the MiKO WorldWide guy's a black guy, the whole majority of black people don't go by the street rules. You know what I'm talking about? It's a very small minority of the black community that goes by the street rules. So if you're dealing with somebody that's not part of the small minority of it's almost as if whenever they get involved in this, they feel as if the whole rest of the world is in on it too. It's not like that. So y'all got to be smarter with this kind of stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Like I say, what y'all did compared to what Buddy did and what y'all did it for, it sounds like, you know what I'm talking about, he deserved it. But at the same time, you don't want to incriminate yourself and get yourself in trouble, because when you go to the court, they're not going to be like, you know what? Well, you guys did do that to him because he did this to that 17-year-old. So we're going to cancel out what y'all did. We're going to go after him. No, they going to end up trying to get both of y'all. You know what I'm talking about? And they said Buddy's facing like 70, 75 years for everything that he did. So with that being said, man, y'all definitely got to be smart out here in these streets. Anyways, let me know something coming up below. Let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.